Hey everyone, this is Nick from Mecha Warehouse, and today we're back with weekly update number 84. Let's just jump right into it. We'll kick things off with week in review. This is where I talk about things that have been going on around the warehouse, things that are coming up, stuff like that. First off, we'll start on a good note. I forgot to mention this a couple weeks ago when I first got the email, but if anybody has been following since like the really old days back when I did my first charity stream, the Maganac Core build over the course of a weekend. We were raising money for Charity Water, and I got the email a couple weeks ago from Charity Water, and the project that those funds helped fund is now complete. Apparently, there's a new well in Mozambique, thanks to everybody who donated during that stream. So I figured I'd throw that in because it's kind of cool to see where your charity money goes and to see that it actually gets used for the thing that they said they're going to use it for. And I think that project was largely, I think we were the largest contributor as a group to that particular project. So it's really cool to see that kind of complete. Moving on though, next up, this week's been kind of crazy. The short week has been, I don't know, nuts. Losing a full day is definitely difficult in terms of catching up on packing orders, checking in inventory, and we have a ton of stuff has come in. We're scrambling to check it in. It's been just insane. And to top it off, our post office pickup Tuesday never arrived. They ended up picking up on Wednesday. The story I got on Wednesday is apparently it was a new guy covering the route on Tuesday or something like that, and he got lost. I know he eventually made it because he dropped off some packages after hours, but obviously never came to pick up, which meant that the Wednesday pickup was humongous. We had a ton of post office stuff because of all the display tools and such. So that was kind of frustrating. Hopefully it didn't delay your packages too much if you place an order, but that's why if you place an order over the weekend, it came by post office and it took an extra day. It's probably because of that. But in general, things have been crazy in terms of check-in. We had 4 pallets arrive on Wednesday. We had 2 pallets arrive late last week, a few other loose items as well. And all that, we're just completely out of space still. So trying to figure out how to check stuff in, trying to figure out where to squeeze it in somewhere. And it's been insane. What else is new? Starting yesterday, or 2 days ago, depending on if you're 2 days ago from when you're watching this, if you're watching it when it comes out, June 1st, we started mixing in a new color of sticker. We got some purple stickers, no particular rhyme or reason to the color, but we're basically, instead of doing the 4 colors at all times, we're going to switch to blue and some other color. We're going to add some more colors to the repertoire, and then we'll probably cycle back through them. I kind of realized a ways back that some people just had a ton of stickers, and so when you've got like 20 of each color because you've placed an insane number of orders, decided it might be nice to give people more options and kind of mix that around a bit. So if you missed out on the orange, red, and green, they'll probably come back around again at some point in the future, but we're just going to keep it to two colors at a time. You'll get the new color of the month, color of the quarter, whatever it ends up being, more often than blue, but blue will always be in the rotation because it's the classic original color. And then finally, just to give an update on the warehouse, we're formally in negotiations now on the new space. There's a space up in Concord we're trying to get. It's huge compared to here. I think I talked about it a bit last week, but the major terms were all agreeable for everybody in terms of like how we're going to structure the rent and length of the lease and stuff like that. So hopefully there's no surprises in the lease itself, and we can get that to a agreeable place and get it done relatively quickly so we can get in there, because like I've been saying, the space here is absolutely, we're bursting at the seams. Okay, moving on. Nick's tips. This week I want to talk about cutting or trimming pegs. So a little bit of a shift from the stuff we've been talking about the past few tips. But if you plan on painting a kit, one of the really difficult things, a lot of people like myself like to assemble the kit first and then disassemble it for painting. And when I'm disassembling for painting, that can be difficult with those pegs. So one of the things that I'll do is make the pegs shorter in essence. I'll take a pair of nippers, often my God hands if they're the regular small pegs, because they're not too big of a deal. If it's a big, one of those big, really round pegs, I'll often use kind of a pair of cheaper, more durable nippers to trim them. And I essentially cut them at a 45-degree angle. And what that allows, or what that causes, is less friction when you try to remove the parts from each other, and makes that disassembly easier. More often than not, once you snap pieces together, they don't want to come apart anyway, even with the pegs trimmed. And worst case, when you go to paint it, you're either going to do seam line removal, in which case there's going to be cement involved, or you can always throw a dab of cement in there if they don't go back as tightly as they could, but it will make it easier to pull them apart. And I find it useful for painting. I'm curious if you use a similar technique, if you disassemble your kits after assembling them, and maybe if there's any nuance to how you might do it. Moving on, let's talk about pre-orders. We have, I think, 10 new pre-orders on the site. The Arcanadia Velretta, I believe is how that's pronounced. It's another one of these, I want to say robot girl, but it's not really a robot girl. It's almost more like a demon girl model kit. Kind of an interesting design there. The Motorride Fafner Mark Nicht. Sounds like I should say that with like a German accent or something. The MS General TKB01 Yangjian and Zhoxian Quan red, and there's also a white version. This is a little bit more in the line with the robot girl kind of concept, I think. A girl with a robot, looks like some sort of robot dog or hyena or something with it. Let's see, Good Smile Company, Chitosirium, Urania. I'm probably mispronouncing that one too. Another one of these girl type kits. From Kotobukiya, the Frame Arms Kenshin. This is kind of reminds me of the Sengoku type designs, the samurai robot mecha designs. It's got a naginata and very samurai type aesthetics to it. The Motoroid Maddox 01. It's kind of a cool looking. It's got a really cool design to it. Kind of bulky. Motoroid God Gravion. A Motoroid AV2 Valiant, looks like a Pat Labor kit, and a Front Mission Structure Arts Volume 3 display of 4. I think it's 4 separate mini models, maybe. Mm-hmm. And that one looks kind of interesting too. And if you were into Front Mission, that might be interesting for you. So I think that's it for pre-orders this week. Let's move on to restocks. I've got a list I'm going to read off from and talk about instead of holding them up, just because they're scattered around the warehouse right now and space is so messed up. So I'll just run through them and hopefully images will pop up at the right times. Make Santana do all the hard work this time. Okay, so 30-minute Sisters option face parts, 4 types of volume 1. So these are some more replacement face parts came in, or maybe it's the first set because volume 1. I think they might be the first ones that have arrived. So those are in. We got some 30-minute missions, the Rabiot Navy and the Spinacia Command type. We also got the HG Dragonar 1 plus Lifter 1. So that's what Dragonar is, I think, its own series, I think. But those came in. Got some more of the HG AC Wing Gundam 0, so it's been a pretty popular high-grade kit. HG Seed, we got several kits, including the Stargazer, Jin High Mobility, Gundam Astray, Red Frame Flight Unit. We also got Dagger L is HGCE. There's also, we got a bunch of HGUC and HG Gundam The Origins, HG Jagan, I'm sure that one will be popular. We've got the Gun Cannon Revive back in stock, the Blue Destiny Unit 1, and then Gundam The Origin Zaku 2 High Mobility Type Ortega Custom. That's, I believe, a Black TriStars High Mobility Zaku 2, and it's got a really big axe, and it's kind of badass, to be honest. Gun Cannon First Type Iron Cavalry Company, Char Aznable Zaku 1, and the Gundam Local Type North American Front. So some cool kits right there as well. An AMAIM, we got some AMAIM kits in, I think, including the Brady Hound Brad exclusive. What else? We've got Figurized Standard Masked Rider Kuga Pegasus form, Rising Pegasus, We got the third of the Batmobiles, the Bat. I gotta be careful not to accidentally say "the" in front of it because it's just Batman version, not the Batman version, which is a different one. We also got the RG High New. I'm sure that one's going to be a popular one. We got a lot of them in stock. I don't know how long they're going to last. Hopefully for a good amount, but it would also definitely help us out space-wise if you grab one, if you want one. And then we also got the new Mr. Hobby Aqueous Gundam colors. So the HUG 101, 102, and 103. Sword Strike Blue, Launcher Strike Green, and Strike Rouge Pink. This is, I think, a new line of aqueous colors from Mr. Hobby. Mr. Almighty Clip Base. We got some Action Base 5s in. We got some more Master Grade Death Scythe Hells if you missed them last week. Ultraman, the Armor of Legends, number 6 and 7. So that's Fuma Zhang, Fei Armor, and Tiga Zhao Yun Armor. And I think that's it that I got on the list here. We did get a whole bunch of other stuff that hasn't been checked in as of yet. And most likely we'll hopefully get it checked in after we film this, and it will be on the restock. So it's definitely worth going on and checking out what else might have come in, what else might be on that list, because there's some really good stuff, and I'm sure you're not going to want to miss it. And actually, I missed one thing here because I had crossed it out, or we had to change the name on my sheet here, but the Master Grade Black TriStars Zaku 2 2.0, we also got some of those, and not a lot of them. Those I'm sure are going to sell out super fast. And I think that's it for restock, so let's move on to Q&A. So we only got 2 questions this week. If you have a question you want answered, post it down in the comments below. I'll answer it next week, or do my best to. The first question, well, actually 2 questions, are from Plastic Germs. Question: what do you feel is the most underrated hobby tool? I'd probably say the hobby knife. I think a lot of people don't necessarily use it for much, but you could pretty much do an entire kit with just a hobby knife, especially if it's got a nice clean blade and you've got the right technique for it. And you can kind of skip nippers altogether. You can replace all your sanding sponges and sanding tools with it if you're really good and really careful. And there's lots of other things that you can do with it if you so choose. So I think it's definitely an important tool to have in the toolbox. There's better tools for a lot of the individual things that it can do, but it's a great kind of catch-all and can do so much. So I think that's an important one. Fun question: better dessert, pie or ice cream? Yes. Okay, next question is from Dolfo. What the heck is a circular cutter? So a circular cutter is basically a tool that cuts circles. I'll see myself out. Basically, I think the primary use is for cutting circle type holes in masking tape. I think either if you wanted a hole in the masking tape that was, an actual circle to allow a circle to pop through so you can paint it, or if you needed to cover a circular piece. I think those are the 2 primary uses for it. I think you could use it to create templates if you wanted to cut out circular pieces as well. I'm not sure. It probably depends on the cutter whether it will go through polystyrene or not, but it's basically, in short, a tool designed to cut circles. And I think that's it for Q&A. So remember, if you got a question, post it down in the comments below. I'll try to answer it next week. I think that's all I got this week. Thank you for watching. See you next time.